Welcome back to the Tennessee Frugal Craftsman. It's been a while since I've actually videotaped anything. I think the last I did was the porch here, the stacked porch. And a lot of that is because I have been doing multiple things that I haven't finished. So on this side, I've actually now trimmed out all of the windows ready for siding. I haven't got all the finished coats of paint on them. We've had a little bit of wet weather here, but it has been above freezing. So I've got the trims on those. I've got the trims cut out for these two windows. I haven't put those on yet on the garage. But I've also, as you can see, completed the eave work here. I realized that it's probably going to be best to get all of the eave work on that I can, especially when the spring months come and you start getting bugs and bees and birds and everything else. So let me just come around here and show you what I've been doing. So we get on a good angle. So what I did is, on the previous video I had gone about halfway, so I continued to bring it all the way over and tied it back into the garage roof, got all of the vents in, and did the outside corner here. And so this, what I'm trying to do is get this ready for siding. I'm going to side up that little section and then do all of this in while I've got the scaffolding up there. Because that's the hardest part to actually do. Straight walls are not too bad. So I'm going to try to get that done. I've also did the interior corner here. And of course we have two different elevations tying in. And so I did a beaded inside corner, same as the outside corner. You can kind of see what I'm doing here. I've got about 1.25 inch bead onto the 3/4 corner, and the same thing here. This is about a 2-inch reveal with the bead. The only thing I have left to do on the garage, as you can see, I've got that eave done clear over, tied around the corner, ready for the end to come in this way. But I've got the corner already cut out. I just haven't put it up, and I've got to put the freeze board across there that matches the wide freeze board up here. So I have got this back part of the house pretty much sealed up so birds and stuff can't get in. So like I said, that was one of my major concerns. I do have to insulate over there to keep the birds out of there, because I can't do that roof or that ceiling in there until I get my electrical in and get it inspected and whatnot. So it's a process, but that has been one of my major projects in the past couple weeks, just on my spare time, is getting all of this ready for siding. And so that is now, this side, like I said, is ready. That section there is ready to go. And I could be doing it today, but actually I'm inside doing something else, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I can kind of show you this before we move around to the inside, and I'll show you, bring you up to date of what we're doing there. Just FYI, those wide boards, I've been doing some pricing because I've picked out all my clear stuff, and that's what I'm using for freeze boards, eave boards, under eave boards, and face boards. All of that is the 1x10, which is what the freeze boards are. They run about $55 per 8 foot. So I'm using 16 footers. So you can do the math. That's over $110 per board. So there's two on this. So $220 just on the freeze boards. That's not counting the face boards or anything else. It's literally into the thousands of dollars on trim when you're using those wide boards. and that all came off my mill. And like I said, I just graded, pulled out the best stuff and used it and saved it. So you definitely can save yourself a lot of money that way. So just kind of scan back across here, and then we'll step inside. So this is where we are. All right, now we're on the inside. I have gone ahead and trimmed off these windows as well. Sorry, the light is zooming in and out here. Get back here a little bit, get some light in. There we go. So I took some 1x4 and some 1x8 built boxes and set them out for my window and attached them. This, to give you kind of a close-up, again, I'm using the beaded look for these interior trims and whatnot. I actually like the looks of them. And then I just did a quarter inch reveal around the window. And so I finished these two off. I was debating on whether to actually do these windows in here. But if we're going to live in the basement for a bit, I might as well make it look a little bit more presentable. And I just grabbed, surprisingly enough, the boards that I used to trim those out are actually the boards I used way back about a year ago. I guess it's not zooming in. About a year ago to do my storm drain out there. I used them for forms. I ran them through the planer and got them cleaned up. One of the other things I've done, I can't remember whether I've actually shown this in a video. It's been a couple months ago when it started getting cold. I actually picked up a Pleasant Hearth, I think is what this is. A fireplace or a wood burning stove. And that's what I've been using in here to keep everything above freezing. Down here for my paints and stuff, I've actually turned this, as you can see, into my paint room. I'm doing all of my preliminary coats of paint in here. And again, you can see stacks of stuff here and spindles and whatnot. All of my staining, everything was done in here. Set up a painting station right at my waist height, so I'm not having to bend over, and just painting everything off. So I've got all the trims here for the corners and the eave board or the freeze boards for the garage that I was just showing you. And over there I've got the trims for the window, the garage, two of the garage windows. Now, what else have I been doing down here? We are doing some plumbing. I actually got a friend who is a plumber, and he's been just absolutely wonderful in helping and showing me how to do this. And so we are in the process of plumbing in the main house. Also, I trimmed this door off as well. And I put the electrical panel where the electrical is going to come in through there. And I'm going to put one panel there. And I think what I'll do is run and put one up in the attic at this point. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to have an AC unit up in the attic. And I thought the upstairs will be wired at a later date after we move in. And so why not just run a sub panel up there and put in a electrical panel up in the attic because it's a walk-in attic. You can see some of the plumbing here. I'll take you up onto the next floor. We're running actually PEX today. That's why I'm inside here. And we've got almost all of the main, the bathrooms and the laundry and everything is pretty much all plumbed in. We just have to start tying in the tubs themselves. Go on up here. And sorry I haven't filmed any of this. I'm not sure whether my friend is too keen on being filmed, so respect people's privacy. So we are, I've got the, like I said, the main PVC is in for the most part. So for the lav, for the toilets, and so we just have to tie in the tubs now. Of course, there's 3 of them, and we've been running water lines this morning. So I've got the laundry room is just about plumbed in now. We just have to tie it in below. We have to go up into the attic and tie the vents in as well, but got the kitchen in. We did this so we could actually get one for the sink and one for the dishwasher, which is over here. Did a separate. We did have to come through one of the floor joists, and according to code, because these are 2x10, I reinforced, glued, and nailed in a OSB on each side of it, because we were drilling a 4-inch hole through a 3.5, 4-inch hole, and tied in, bringing over everything. We were actually wet venting, doing a lot of wet venting, which eliminates some of the venting. Obviously, we still have some 1.5-inch venting going on here, going up through, but venting the main wash machine on up through and across, and going straight up through upstairs into the attic, up through the 2nd floor into the attic, and then down here picking up the dishwasher in the sink. So we have got all the toilets are plumbed in now. Like I said, we're just running the water lines, bringing the main water feeds up through now to do that. Tying in the PEX up here. Never used PEX before, but if it doesn't leak, I'll be amazed. I was telling them, it's like, I don't know how it's possible. This stuff doesn't leak, but he swears by it. But it's not too bad to put in at all. And it's flexible. Like I said, you can bend it, eliminate some of the joints. As you can see, you can just bend it around. And this is coming from the toilet upstairs down, dropping down the main. And that's what I was showing you down in the basement that's running this way across. And we are picking up the washer down below in the basement. That's all tied in already. And I'm also putting my plates on. I've got to do some sealing, but I am getting a little closer, and that's why, like I said, I haven't been doing a lot of filming, because I've been working with my friend and doing all of that. Just come up, and before I finish out the video, sorry, this is just informational. One of these days I'll get back set up and doing some action videos of what I'm doing. But we are in the process right now of bringing up those water lines. Like I said, everything is pretty much up through, so we can start tying in vents. Toilets set, pipes up through for the vents up into the attic. We're just sticking water lines up through right now, just where, so for the sink, tubs brought up through, toilet line. I set these tubs as well. I don't think I've shown that. Insulated in behind. Set the tubs. I haven't screwed them to the wall yet, but they're leveled in, and just have to screw along the perimeter. Insulated in behind them, as I say. So it's starting to look a little more like an interior of a home. I like seeing the mechanical going in. And this was the other tub I set. So these have been things I've been doing. I just haven't filmed. I've been doing some of that later in the evening when I've got all the lights set up, and that's a little harder to videotape doing my work. So and to see what we've been doing. So I will finish out this video, and when we get a little bit more of the plumbing done, I will do a kind of a final walkthrough of what we've done. But I love plumbing. I like the looks of it. As like I said, as long as that PEX doesn't leak, and they swear by it, I'll be happy. So appreciate you joining me for a short informational video. And again, I apologize that I haven't been kind of more with it with the videotaping. I think it's been a week and a half or 2 weeks since I've actually done any major videotaping, and mainly because I've just been working piecemeal here and there, and before you know it, you're up on scaffolding and working. It's hard to get the everything set up, the video. So, but I will try to do a little better moving forward. But until next time, I appreciate you joining me, and if you would, please like and subscribe. And until then, you have a great day.